Hello, welcome to my Wellbeing Studios on what is for many the first day of a new national lockdown. So I'm joined here with my eldest daughter, Lily Earle, and we are very lucky because we are able to live and work together. So it's a real treat to be with a family member. I know that's not the same for so many of us. So we thought that today we would just really come on as a show of solidarity and talk about a few little ways that we can all keep our well-being going over the next month or so. So Lil, you've got some ideas, haven't you, of what you're going to be busy with?
Yeah, we were just talking about things that we can still be able to do that we enjoy doing or can keep our spirits up during the lockdown. And one of them, I really want to make sure that I still am able to get outside. And I know that it will still be weather dependent, because one of the things I'm really thinking about is the last lockdown, it was like a scorching summer. So
yeah, it was easier.
It was easier. And if you can only socialise, with one other person outside, like in a park or something, obviously the weather won't be as good. So really taking those opportunities when it's not raining to either go for a walk or to meet up with people. And keep those social connections going. I know we've all got Zoom fatigue and stuff, but keeping in touch with people and checking in on people as well. People who I know who are living on their own, or maybe struggling with their mental health, as so many people are during the lockdown and the pandemic.
I think what was interesting actually to look through the guidelines was to see that volunteering is still very much allowed and encouraged.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I think you can go online and you can just search local volunteering in your area, and all kinds of projects will pop in. And actually, I know from a lot of the work that I've done in the past with various charity organisations, you actually feel better for going out and doing something for somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
You kind of start off thinking, oh, this is just going to be really altruistic and good for somebody else, but actually it turns back on itself and it ends up being really good for you too. I imagine you might be spending quite a bit of time dyeing your hair.
Yes. Yeah, horribly. I haven't been able to get a hair appointment. Well, I didn't try, but I haven't got a hair appointment, so I will need my roots doing.
Well, I'm going to be doing on Instagram Live actually with Josh Wood.
Oh, are you?
Again, talking about home hair dye next week, so that'll be quite fun.
Excellent, that'll be great. Yeah, so I'll probably be doing that, making sure it stays pink.
You're very pink. I like your pink nails too.
I've only got them
on one hand. Oh, sorry. You mustn't pick your nails.
No, I don't pick my nails. It's just the shellac was peeling off, and I was in rural Scotland. So
okay, we got an excuse then. All these, we kind of have to cut ourselves some slack, don't we, when we're not able to get to the places that we need to get to. Now, don't forget, talking about not getting the things that you need to get, the magazine, there's our Wellbeing magazine, is not now available in retail. It's not available in stores, which is perhaps just as well, because the stores aren't going to be open anywhere, at least not for non-essential purchases. I consider magazines to be essential. They're really good for our well-being, for our health. It's lovely to have something printed, don't you think, that kind of gets you off the screen?
Yes, totally.
So much of our lives right now is on a screen.
Yeah, and I certainly really appreciate it because I have to be careful about how much screen time I have because of the migraines. Yeah,
so those of you who don't know, Lily's been having chronic migraine for the last 2 years. And we've been recording so much about that, and there's so much information online actually on Earle Wellbeing, all to do with new developments, so things like histamine intolerance, which is so fascinating.
It's really interesting.
And that's been one of the things that's really helped you, hasn't it?
It has.
So tell us, you're on a low histamine diet.
I am, yes.
So what does that mean you can and can't eat?
Oh gosh, so it basically starts with bacteria. The key thing is bacteria. So you can't eat any cheese that has a rind, or blue cheese, or anything with bacteria in it. Anything that's been preserved, cured meats, things like sauerkraut.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, Basil. There's somebody at the door. I'm going to go and get that. You carry on talking about your histamine food.
Okay, so that's histamine food. So you can't have, and then there are some foods that just have histamine in them randomly, like tomatoes and spinach. Raspberries and strawberries, but blackberries are okay. So it's a little bit of a minefield, but it's been brilliant. You've been so helpful with researching what I can and can't eat.
Well, one of the great joys about having a website like Earle Wellbeing is that you've got access to a lot of cutting edge researchers, and medics and doctors working in this area. So we've actually put up articles online about histamine intolerance. And it's really, I think, especially fascinating also for midlife women, because there's a real connection between histamine and estrogen.
Yes, there is.
And a lot of people don't realise that there is this all sorts of stuff going on inside our bodies, these interplay between things like caffeine and estrogen and histamine, and we're going to be talking a lot more about that in the coming weeks and months, because it is so fascinating. I think it's so relevant.
It is, and I just didn't realise how much of an important thing it plays in your body. You know, I just thought histamine was, you know, insect bites and nettle stings.
Yeah, you just thought actually it's antihistamine. Let's get rid of histamine.
Yeah.
You want to rub it on so you don't get hay fever or you know, nasal sprays or all that kind of thing.
But actually it's in your digestive system, it's in your immune system, it's in your stress reaction, it's everywhere.
It's a fascinating thing.
Really interesting, and that's why when it goes wrong or doesn't behave properly, like in my case, it can cause such big consequences.
Yeah, you get a chronic pain condition. So really interesting to look out for. And of course, one of the things that I'm going to be doing during lockdown is really focusing on gut health. I've obviously written a lot about gut health.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh gosh, I missed that one.
Such a tease. But this is really interesting with histamine, because I'm a massive fan, as you I'm sure know by now, of things like kefir, making sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha, all of that, all those lovely fermented foods. But of course you can't have them because they're also full of histamine. So we've had to research ways, and there are supplements actually that you can get that are safe. They have no histamine, or they're not histamine forming.
Yes, that's right.
So that's something that is worth looking at, because I think looking after our gut health, we know that we're producing so much serotonin in our gut. And serotonin is this really important happy chemical. It's the thing that is keeping our brains ticking over in a happy way and creating a bit more joy and reducing stress and anxiety. And I think, oh my goodness, we're just going to be needing serotonin in spades over the coming weeks. So do please check out all the different resources that you've got to help better support gut health. And we'll be talking more about this over the days and weeks to come. So you're not alone. We will be with you.
We will, absolutely.
And we'll be doing lots on Instagram, on Facebook, right here on YouTube. We'll be connecting. Don't forget that you can sign up to the Earle Wellbeing newsletter that comes out every Friday. I've got a new podcast series that started. I'm doing many more smaller podcasts as well, just hopping on the pod with hopefully bits of helpful, useful information. So we just wanted to say that we are thinking of everybody today, and we're kind of all in this together, and we'll hopefully bring you bits of well-being wisdom and helpful ways to stay well for longer. So for now, from Lily and me here in my Wellbeing Studios, we'll say bye-bye.